Perez. I'm from Mexico City and I'm doing a PhD in epidemiology and public health at UCL. I'm looking at inequalities in obesity in Mexico. So basically I'm looking at how obesity is distributed across socioeconomic levels. I'm looking at education and wealth, and so far I've seen women. So I'm saying that women that have the least education in Mexico are more obese than women that have more education. And I'm tracking that from 1988 to 2012. And the idea is that by knowing who is the most obese, the policies can be targeted better and we can halt the increase of obesity in Mexico. When I was growing up in Mexico, I think really what I was most worried about was undernutrition, because it was still very prevalent. So I made a few trips in school to small communities and there were still lots of undernourished children. So it started getting into me that I really wanted to do something about that. And when I started in uni, and I decided nutrition is great because it combines science and it combines a more human sort of side. And I could really help in a very important problem, which is undernutrition. And when I got to university, it turned out that really there was a very small prevalence of undernutrition in Mexico, and the big problem was obesity. So now I focused my energy on that big problem. I would like to go back to Mexico and continue working in research in epidemiology, and hopefully, eventually, also influence policy around public health nutrition. I think it's really important, and that's what has really driven me to study a master's and then a PhD in this field. I chose UCL because of the people in the Department of Epidemiology and Public Health. I identified my supervisor, who's Eric Brunner, and he had, I had similar interests to him, so he was doing lots of research in nutrition-related topics, and it's been. I'm very happy about my decision to come to UCL because I've had very good supervision, plus I've met lots of interesting people, and it's a very nice working environment. The PhD in UCL is demanding. You need to put in the hours, but the great thing is that the hours are very flexible as well. So what I try to do is I try to do normal working days, like you would do 9 to 5 in a normal job. And then my life is split very well between when I'm studying and when I'm at home and I'm a mom. So, I mean, it is hard work, especially because you have to put in the hours, otherwise you cannot progress. But it's doable and it fits well. I think it's a good thing to be doing when you have small children, to be honest.